Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police channel. To our loyal viewers, subscribers and Patreon member. At the channel, we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because they save lives. This is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives at this channel. We at the channel aid criminals with a passion and do not want them over here. We do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you to go to prison or the departure lounge at Madden. Moving on to today's video. As I said before, and I'll say again, I am not beholden to any guy or any political party in Jamaica. No one calls balls on me or no one control me. No guy. No one. There's no one. If I was a corrupt person, licky, corrupt, and have no integrity, character, or care about my reputation, those of you who have been listening to the Jamaica Young Police channel for years, you would have heard, people have called me on the Jamaica Young Police channel on two occasions. At one occasion, offered me £10,000 to take down a video about the killing of Rifle by a man by the name of Liquor Bigger. I don't know his correct name. I only know him as Liquor Bigger, drug dealer from England, and a friend of Cool Breeze. And when they could not get their way, because they were shocked that I would not accept the money, and they wanted me to release the video to them because it was exposing who was really behind the killing of Rifle. And I refused. $10,000. People on the channel, real old corros and dirty bongo Jamaicans, they call and they left all kind of message, or I am fool and all kind of things. Disparage me and beat me as if they think that I am beholden to money. And there was another occasion where 15,000 US. So recently, the killing of this man, you're looking at him, Jerome Cunningham. As I stated before, and I say again, I know him. When I was a young police officer, his mother have connection to Maypen police station. Hungry Monday and all them you there. They must police too, and their mother they were police, their mother have connection to the Maypen police station too. So Jerome was known to the police. When I was there in Maypen, Jerome wasn't no big Dan, or you understand what I'm saying, but he was connected, so police knew him. I can't say this. So I don't want people, as I said before, I am not creating a cult. I don't tell people things because I want views. I tell people the truth. And when it come on to people's life, whether you like them or like them not, you report. And because as a YouTuber, we have responsibility, and no one can pay me to spread propaganda for them. I am totally against criminal and criminal-minded people. You understand? As I stated, someone had called last weekend, my private number, personal number. I am not going to pinpoint and say who gave them a number, because I have told people who I've grew up with, people who I work with, say, look, if a man want my number, you can't give him. The only thing you can do is call me, ask me what I'm doing, or ask me for something. Just one or two things. You understand? So we had a lengthy conversation, but that phone, the phone that they called me was not the channel phone. So you understand? The channel phone is totally different. So the same person who called me last week, I want to give the Jamaica Young Police channel the $5,000. I am still waiting on your call. You understand? Although I told you, I don't want, but I just call me, as I tell you, just call me on the Jamaica Young Police channel so I can get down to the nitty-gritty of this thing. So the LAPD had released, not me, the LAPD had released a press release about the killing of Jerome. When I talk about the other man, you know, and people try to muddy the water, says, as we say, you know, we're all detective, you know, try to muddy the water to say that it was Chinaman and all kind of thing. We don't talk about that, we talk about this. Because whether or not you want to believe it, as time go by, we know the link and the person who, there are several persons involved in a killing, the plotting of Jerome to kill him. That's something with them hatched from last year, December. I haven't released that message that I had posted in the group. Maybe it's all over the internet, but I haven't posted on YouTube. Because I had posted last year, December 6, 2025. And I said that when I had posted, I had expect, you know, because I knew policemen in the group who I thought, you know, were my friend. Our friends, more one of them, and they would, because I know that they are friends with Jerome. I'm saying, you understand? So I would expect them that they would call and, you know, one and two, but they didn't. So much for the friendship with they and Jerome. But you have to understand, you know, when friendship is based solely on money, that is not really friendship, you know. Because when you have a friendship that based solely on money, that is not friendship. That is convenience. Because when you have a friend, you can't tell your friend the truth. It's as simple as that. As for me, I could not be friends with Jerome because once you start involving a killing of people, me I got ask you, I just saw me stay. Because I'm totally against it. I am from the belly of beast. One of the greatest defenses a human being possesses is integrity. Integrity cannot be bought. It cannot be rented. It cannot be borrowed. And if a person truly values integrity, then no amount of money, fame, popularity, or online applause should ever persuade them to abandon it. And please, before I go any further, let's type and tell me where you're watching this video from. And please, those of you who watch the video, just look at the thumbnail because you're going to learn something. I don't put up the thumbnail because it's, you know, like to make picture or anything like that. No. The information on the thumbnail, apart from what you're hearing, what I am exposing and saying. So remember, your integrity, it cannot be rented. And if a person truly values integrity, there's no amount of money, fame, popularity, or online applause should ever persuade them to abandon it. Once you, as a person, a public person, and you put your integrity out there, and that will show that you don't follow your integrity at all. When you're going to lie here, when you're going to lie. Because I stated before, you know, I have two colleagues that when I was in the military, I served that work with LAPD as detectives. And I told people, you know, I said, you know, based on the information that I had received from them, it wasn't any Mexicans. But I want you to follow me because you're going to hear the LAPD, you know, release the information now, you know. Not me, you know, LAPD. So I am just reporting on what happened. Just to show you that people are criminal, no matter what. Criminal-minded people never change. Think about that for a moment. People often say money corrupts. I disagree. Money does not create corruption. It reveals character. Money exposes what is already inside a person's heart and mind. If your principles are firmly rooted, then a suitcase full of cash, 1,000 likes, or social media promises of popularity will not remove you. Not move it will not move you. But if your principles are weak, then the temptation simply expose that weakness. The same is true of influences. Likes, subscribers, praise, and applause are not working. Are not worth sacrificing your name. A reputation built over decades can be destroyed in a single moment when someone chooses to trade truth for attention or integrity. for profit. As a former detective, I learned that credibility is earned. One honest decision at a time. Every report you write, every statement you make, every piece of evidence you handle contributes to whether people will trust your word. Once credibility is lost, it is incredibly difficult to rebuild. As for me, I don't trust. I have never met an honest liar in my life or honest criminal. And I've said that so many times because I even have them in my own family. I don't hide and people know who I am. Character matters when no one is watching. Integrity matters when lying would be easier. Reputation matters because it follows you long after today's headline are forgotten. Ask yourself this question. What is your word worth? If someone offer you money to distort the truth, to exaggerate facts, or to tell people what they want to hear instead of what the evidence show, what do you do? That decision defines who you are. In my view, a person who knowingly abandons the truth for personal gain is not simply making a business decision. They are making a moral decision. They are choosing short-term reward over long-term credibility. And I can tell you this, as I continue near to the video, I'm going to say something that people in Jerome's organization will be able to put one and one together and realize where it's really coming from and who's really behind it, who they have collaborated with. That is why I always encourage people to evaluate information carefully. Don't believe someone simply because they speak confidently or because they have a large following. Ask whether their claims are supported by evidence. Ask whether they distinguish between verified facts and speculation. Ask whether they are willing to correct themselves when new evidence emerges. So you remember that there have been several videos that circulating. People send it to me. People are asking me for the video of the shooting of Jerome and the others in LA. And I told him that there was none. There's none. I didn't receive any. However, I had a video of his party, his birthday party. History has shown us that trust is one of the hardest things to earn and one of the easier things to lose. People sometimes says a leopard never changes its spots. Whether or not that saying applies in every case is a matter of opinion. People can change, and some genuinely do. Yes, some people genuinely do change, but some never. They still have that criminal mindset. In case you do not know, I can tell you this. You have police high serving, you have police officers who hate criminals, but they themselves were criminals. When I say hate criminal, them not a problem for kill a criminal and them thing then betray a evil criminal. I can tell about even a case with a guy named Marvin Reed, an Indian guy. And he was in a shootout with Ox and Sticky. I'm just digressing, I'm just saying something. Big shootout from Cockburn Pen all the way to Walter Man, he escaped. There was a deal made with Marvin and the police. Marvin had witnessed a murder of an inspector killing a man in a bar on Woodpecker Avenue. So he had made a deal with the police that, alright, I won't testify against the inspector and you guys won't testify against me. And in the long run, Ox betrayed Marvin and sent him to prison. After that arrangement was made. That's how criminals operate. So if you're trying to help your colleague and you get help, but then you go back on your word. The Alem thing there, when I say I'm having a good somebody, I'm having a gunman, criminal. There was a shootout, Ox not get shot now Sticky. You understand? And they never get Marvin gun, but Marvin was a witness to a murder where a policeman killed a man over his wife. And that was the agreement made between the police and Marvin's and him lawyer. And Ox go back on him word. After Marvin did his part and sent him to prison. That's a criminality at its best. If I made an agreement with someone, my word is my bond. Now I go back on it. So moving forward. But lasting change is demonstrated by consistent actions over time, not by words alone. If someone claims to have changed, the best way to evaluate that claim is to look at their conduct, their honesty, and whether they consistently act with integrity. So my message is simple. Protect your integrity as if your life depends on it. Protect your character because it cannot be replaced. Protect your credibility because once people start believing you, every truthful statement you make will be questioned. Protect your reputation because it takes years to build and moments to destroy. And above all, never allow money, popularity, or public approval to become more valuable than the truth. At the end of the day, when the cameras are off and the applause has faded, the only person you have to answer to is the one staring back at you in the mirror. That reflection should remind you that integrity is not something you claim, it is something you live, and every single day. I could have released the note that I have posted from December 6th last year. The reason why I haven't released it as yet is just like a detective, you gather your evidence and do what you have to do. So tonight I want to ask one simple question. When someone is murdered, who should you believe? Should you believe the first person who goes live on social media? I'm just asking. Should you believe anonymous WhatsApp message is? Should you believe people claiming they have inside information? Or should you believe the detectives whose job is to investigate the homicide? We're talking in this case, LAPD detectives. I can tell you. People call me and tell me, say, yeah, tell me the link between Jerome and Mexican and all kind of thing. All of this up now, them attack say Jerome broke people foot and this and that and all of them thing there. Criminals, you know, so I am not here to defend the guy character or them credibility or them how them operate. Because that they are all criminals, dishonest people. But when you have the things, you must always do it. You must do it with integrity. But if you never have none before, how can you develop one? You understand? You always are going to mislead the people. That's me. My credibility is paramount to me. It's everything. I don't grudge no guy. Period. I am who I am. I don't live off of YouTube. YouTube don't pay my bills. Period. If YouTube was paying my bills, I'd be living under a bridge. If I wanted to be popular on YouTube, I know what to say. I'm from the belly of the beast. I tell you already, all you have to do is beat the police. I know that. Why you think Marvin become famous in Jamaica? That short space of time. Because Marvin knows that once you beat the police, people will gravitate to you because Jamaicans are nurtured, culture, socialized to be criminal-minded people. Majority of us. Some of us is because we have a conscience and we have decency in us. And some of us grow over time and realize that this culture is destructive. Could have destroyed a lot of us, many of us. So that is exactly why today's discussion matters. Jerome Cunningham lost his life in Los Angeles on July 3rd, 2026. Within hours, social media exploded. Everybody suddenly became an eyewitness. Everybody became an investigator. Everybody claimed to know who did it. Everybody claimed to know why it happened. But here's the problem. The LAPD has not confirmed any of those stories publicly. As I said before and I say again, I have 2 colleagues that I serve within the military that work with LAPD. And as for me, anyone who have connection to any law enforcement thing, I have done police tests in West Palm Beach Pass, and if certain things ever happen, if I didn't get injured in the military, when I would have and Broward County, if I wasn't injured in the military, that would be 2 departments. Get all of the paperwork and all of them things there when I was in the hospital. You understand? Yeah. And I have to just let them know, so boy, I can't, you understand? We'll just go to the training and all of that. Yes, Broward Sheriff Office and Palm Beach County. Because I was planning on going elsewhere after that, based on what I have done in the military, but God is God. So moving on. So as of the official press release, detectives confirmed only a handful of facts. Everything else remains under investigation. As a former detective, I learned something very early in policing. Facts don't change because people talk. Evidence determines truth. Rumors create confusion. Propaganda contaminates investigations. And sometimes, rumors allow killers to escape while innocent people become targets. Tonight we are separating facts from fiction. No guessing, no adding, no subtracting, no emotional storytelling, and no bad minding, no guy who have any social media platform. And we could never bad mind a guy and them thing, they were in a thief when them are police. We couldn't do that. You understand? A guy were in a thief and criminals, control them. When we say criminals, we attack, they must go for criminals. I wasn't go for a criminal. So I don't know how would I want for grudge a guy, or grudge men. You understand? No. You understand what I'm saying? The Jamaica Young Police channel is totally different. The Jamaica Young Police channel, different. I don't compare my channel with no other guy. Period. You see, I'll even police when me recruit and I just put them in them place. I just make them know. Because them a baby police to me. I don't brag now boss and them thing. A Rastaman what claims say man Sprague Benz a friend did a video about me. Some of my things are truth. But not everything. Some of it are truth, you understand? But as I said before and I say again, I'm gonna fool boast about taking the life of another human being because you don't get the life of that person, irrespective of how it happened. So that's why I don't support people just killing people unless it's for self-defense or preemptive strike, save life. You do it for protect the other people in a community or communities. So this is not no emotional storytelling, just the facts released by Los Angeles Police Department. Stay with me until the end because you will understand why experienced investigators always says the first story is really the complete truth or the complete story itself. What we actually know. Let's begin with what is not in dispute. According to the Los Angeles Police Department, Friday evening, July 3rd, 2026, around 7:45 p.m., police responded to reports of gunfire near 59th Street and Crenshaw Boulevard in Hyde Park, Los Angeles. When officers arrived, they found 3 victims suffering from gunshot wounds. Not 1, not 2, not 3. One man, age 49. That's the one brother will come from Yorktown, them call him Cat, and Chino. Another man, age 60, later died at hospital. That is Jerome Cunningham, OC Rome, OC Rome. A third victim, age 54, survived after receiving medical treatment. That's the man what them call non-copper. Those are facts. Nothing controversial, nothing speculative, nothing emotional, not rumor, not propaganda. Those are simply the facts investigators release. Jerome Cunningham, the second confirmed point concerns Jerome Cunningham. I have identified Jerome Cunningham as a 60-year-old victim who later died from the injuries. I have said that from last week. That places Jerome squarely within the official timeline released by investigators, the detectives from LAPD. Notice something important. The LAPD identified victims primarily by age in its initial release. That is common investigative practice. So the police, them already identified them, knew the identity, but you have to notify the next of kin before you can release that information publicly. Early in homicide investigations, police often limit the amount of identifying information they release publicly while notifying next of kin and preserving the integrity of the investigation. The witness description. Not me, just listen. Witness description. Now let us discuss something that has generated enormous public discussion. The suspect description. According to LAPD, I'll post, I'll continue, I'll post the link. You can see this information. Witnesses reported seeing 2 to 3 black males. Suspect. Let me repeat myself. Witnesses reported seeing 2 to 3 black males, suspects, approach the victims in a vehicle before multiple shots were fired. Notice the wording. It is extremely important. The police says witnesses reported seeing 2 to 3 black male suspects approach the victims in the vehicle before multiple shots were fired. Never says Mexican or Hispanic. Black. What black mean? So anyone who will tell us a Mexican and a Hispanic or and all of them things there, that's a figment of someone's imagination, because that is not what the police is saying. That's this LAPD. And I told you guys that from last week. Jerome is not my friend. Period. I know people who I thought were my friends who are friends with Jerome. Police officers, me talk we're active right now in our police force. Not police officers, and officers. Yes, and they are part of one group that I am. Notice the word me saying, police officers. The police did not say investigators had identified the suspects. They did not announce arrest. They did not identify names. They reported a witness description. Witnesses, reported, tell the police what them say. Plus the police them have other CCTV evidence that people say them have. And because we say boy show with the CCTV video, people say boy we bad mind people. Oh, for bad mind, we're not bad mind a criminal minded people. We're not bad mind people was thief. We're not bad mind people who are criminal minded people. I don't pay for information, As I said before, anytime you start paying for information, informant is going to lie. Because the more money, I just saw it go. The police reported witnesses. What the witnesses describe, the description of the suspects. That distinction matters because witness information helps begin an investigation, but it is not the same as proving who committed a crime. Difference between evidence and information. One of the biggest mistakes people make is confusing information with evidence. Information is something someone reports. Evidence is something investigators can verify. Police gather witnesses or witness statements. Then they compare those statements with surveillance footage, forensic evidence, phone records, ballistic analysis, DNA, fingerprints, vehicle information, and other investigative tools. Sometimes witness accounts are confirmed. Sometimes they are corrected. That is why experienced investigators avoid reaching conclusions before the evidence is fully examined. I want you to listen carefully now what LAPD did not say. This may be the most important part of the entire discussion. LAPD did not say the shooting was gang-related. They specifically stated that the investigators had not determined whether it was gang-related. That means anyone claiming the motive has already been established is going beyond the official investigation and information available at that stage of the investigation. Likewise, the LAPD did not identify who ordered the shooting, whether it was retaliation or why the victims were targeted. We as Jamaicans, we know that in this killing, the killing of both men and the one that survived, it's kind of strange and funny because we know that there's no honest criminals. Yeah, we know that. And we know that the police will never release information and say that this is the person or persons who behind the killing who order it, unless the person, the trigger man or the trigger men, when they are caught and then decide to boy, they don't want to spend the rest of their life in a California prison, because this case involved the FBI too. So that's when they would give up the person who they get the order from, and then the other person would give up the person who gave them the order and what transpired, money or whatever. You understand? But in this case, this was an inside job. Yes, and we can tell you, we can even identify the person link to the job, the killing of Jerome and Cat. Although they say it was really Chinam, Cat them really want to kill, because him just come from prison and all kind of thing. Yeah, that's not the case. And the person who I'll listen right now, the person who muddied the water early, he said Jerome a thief, and Jerome by vehicle for Jamaica got hide out. That person know himself, from the Jerome organization. That's the person who muddied the water early for take the spotlight off of them. The Mexican not involved. The 100K of coke not involved. Lie. But we continue the journey. Why facts matter? As a former detective, I can tell you that homicide investigations are built on discipline, not emotions or opinions. Facts. Intelligence is not evidence, Intelligence will lead to evidence. Sometimes it leads you to a roadblock. Investigators follow the evidence, not the loudest voice online. Rumors may spread quickly, but they do not replace witness interviews, forensic analysis, or investigative work. The public has every right to ask questions. The public also benefits from distinguishing between confirmed information and unresolved questions. That distinction helps secure conversations remain grounded in what is known while allowing investigators to continue their work without premature conclusion. We can tell the person know himself, you know. And I know so that person right now, listening to Jamaica Young Police channel, along with him conspirator, I wonder if I will reveal him identity. Oh, people have regrets already, say, you understand, but it don't happen. The man is already dead. He's dead. But to the other person who just blatantly and wickedly tell them lies there, always sleep. Always sleep. When you ever tell people, say, you had seen videos when you haven't. Lies. Or people tell lies to people, converse with FBI when them don't have a top secret background to access certain information. Just lies. You don't have to go there. I would say before and we say again, we use this opportunity to express our deepest condolences to the deceased men's family. Although they live a life of being criminals, and criminals are not honest people. So Nankopal, Nankopal is one of the witnesses. Nankopal is the witness, one of the witnesses who identify the men them. Plus you understand, others in our community. Plus you have the eyes that never sleep. So I said, Nankopal, I tell lie. Because Nankopal knows that although he's alive, he knows a question is going to be asked why him survive, why him get shot in him foot. That's how it is, because that's how criminals think. When you're a criminal, there's no honest criminal, so no one is going to trust the other person. 2 men from Clarendon dead, and a man from Portmore, him get shot and alive. Him not dead. Think the people in my Clarendon are officer weird, so how him not dead? You understand? Have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica Young Police channel out.